All right, let's kind of slow down a bit. Let's talk about what it's like when business isn't doing so great. So when you're first starting up, was there ever a time where you're like, because you talk about proof of concept, was there ever a month where you're like, hold on a minute, this isn't as great as we think it might be. We got to work a lot harder. Did that ever happen for you guys?
Yeah, in the beginning of this facility,
Okay.
we had just a lot of challenges, and part of that had to do with the fact that neither of us were restaurateurs.
Yeah.
You know, we hired some consultants, and they helped out, but ultimately, the consultants aren't here every day,
Right.
right? We're the operators of this, and of course we had a general manager and some other people, but there were a lot of challenges and challenges that we just didn't know were there until we opened.
Right.
One of those being that, on a busy day on a Saturday, we might have 2,000 people come through.
Right.
And at any given time, you might have 500 people here, and who knows when all those people want to go eat.
Sure.
Right? And so you get.
Well, there's so many things to do.
There are.
You might start in the back. You might start at dinner. You might whatever. So yeah, I get that.
So the restaurant piece was a real challenge, figuring out how do we continue to create a great experience for everybody and reach everybody. If you're we got a person on the patio, and that person on the patio moves to a different area, and,
Right.
and when they move to that different area, then they want to order food there, and so
who's taking care of them? That kind of thing.
who's taking care of them? We need to make sure that we're providing them with a great customer service experience.
Sure.
And we just had a lot of challenges with we have got a small kitchen.
Yeah.
So efficiencies,
Right.
weren't the most efficient in the beginning. So it was there were some really tough, the first few weeks. Now, what you hear from people in the restaurant business is they tell you that that's pretty typical.
Yeah.
It's kind of hair on fire.
Right.
For the first.
Oh,
first
sure.
month.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've run restaurants that the server would come up on Friday night and was like, "Oh my gosh, we're out of salad," like that, like the whole place is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Well, hold on a minute." So I went over to the table. I was like, "Hey, we're out of salad. I know you're super bummed, but how about I give you a pitcher of beer instead of said salad?"
Right.
Will that be a they stayed there all night. They spent so much money. They sang karaoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just deal with it the way you'd want to be dealt with.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of a beer over salad anyway.
Yes, I didn't want the salad anyway.
That's right.
And so, let's talk about excitement. When you're first getting going, it's awesome. When does it start to be like a little more, it starts to wane, and maybe there's a little more, or there's some choices that we shouldn't have made and we did, now we're stuck. Speak a little bit to that as you're starting to get a business going and you're starting to have a workspace and have all those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Maybe a story about that.
A lot of the excitement is in sort of what's in your mind,
Right.
And how you picture things are going to be, and it's easy to get really excited about that. When the rubber meets the road, it's often very different.
Yeah.
And I still get excited to come here.
Yeah.
In fact, on days where maybe don't have as much going on here, I'll still come by with my dogs because I'm really excited to be here.
Right.
But I think about the most excited we were was sitting down with a whiteboard and drawing out what we thought was going to look like and imagining people come into this space. And but it's one of those you almost have your blinders on because
Sure.
you're not seeing everything, and you're not seeing it from a holistic standpoint about all the inner workings and how everything works together. This is a very complex business.
Yeah.
We just have so many different things going on, and
When you walk in, you'll be like, "This place is super cool," but I would have no idea where to start.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, because I'm like, because you're a little off kilter when you first come in,
Mm-hmm.
because it's something you've never been a part of before.
Right.
But then you settle into the kind of the restaurant, and you're like, "Okay, I know how to eat."
Yeah.
I've done this part.
What you're familiar
I've done
with.
this part before. Cool. And so then got the tour, and you guys showed me all the cool stuff that was here. You got to come see this place. It's actually really neat.